Herman, nice to meet you. My name is Jan.
Nice to meet you too, Jan.
It's a great pleasure to have you here in our studio.
Yep.
Herman represents Zaptec company directly from Norway.
Yep.
I'm glad that we can have you here. Mainly because Norway is much ahead in terms of electrifying whole country and then all the EV market.
Yeah.
But not only, Zaptec is also very, if I may say so, specific manufacturer because you focus only on AC chargers.
Yeah.
But not only, you focus only on manufacturing actually two models, right?
Yeah, 2, you can argue 3 with the new Go 2, which is kind of a little bit more advanced version of the Go. They will coexist.
Okay.
Because there is a market for both.
So you, okay, let's say you had 2, now you will have 3 more or less, but still it's compared to other manufacturers, it is a totally different strategy.
Yeah.
Can you a little bit explain why is it so?
We believe that if we focus on fewer products, the products that we actually have, we can ensure the quality that we require from our products. We have very strict rules about adhering to all the standards in different markets. There are different compliance cases for each markets. You have France and Italy who requires a shutter. We have that too, but that's a mechanical part and not part of the electronics, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more that we believe I know that the markets are different. Some want to have a tethered cable.
Mm-hmm.
The implications for us with that, we have 5-year warranty on our product in all markets, B2B and B2C. It's difficult to keep such a warranty, and we even can do extensions in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
But with a tethered cable, there's a weaker point to the product.
Okay.
That's why we went away from that. But you can use a regular cable and you can electronically lock it in the charging stations and no one can rip it out.
Okay. So you, on a daily basis, you produce wall boxes, right?
Yes.
One is a Go.
Yeah.
And the second one is a Pro version.
Yeah.
Both only with the socket, but then you can lock in the cable and consider it as a integrated one.
Yeah.
Okay. Going from the product, when you're visiting other countries like Poland, do you see many differences between the markets, or is it going more or less the same way as in Norway?
The trajectory of the market is, I would say, about the same, but there are some differences. But a lot of this is tied to regulations from government.
Mm-hmm.
For example, charging on with a mobile device, call it that, where you put it either in a CE plug or a Shuko to charge a car, is only allowed for emergency charging in Norway. It's not allowed to have it as your fixed installation or fixed, say, system for charging your car, wherever it is.
This is due to safety reasons, or?
Safety reasons, yes.
Okay, so no mobile chargers allowed.
Only if you go into a cabin, you have low energy, you need to charge, it doesn't matter. Of course, we want to keep you, they won't keep you stuck somewhere. And it's kind of a hard regulation to kind of monitor.
Mm-hmm.
But still, everyone buys a charger. It's safer. You can, in most cases, charge faster.
Mm-hmm.
And you can take part of emerging technologies, let's call it that, because the biggest thing with EVs, it's such a big energy unit, and the more you have, it will be a big part of the grid and how it works and everything. So I don't see it yet in Poland, but I assume it will come here as well, where the utilities or energy companies who are the grid owners will need to control or adjust your charger depending to do peak shaving for the energy curve in the market. And this saves them actually a lot of money because they don't have to do grid expansions and stuff like that. And it's so little noticeable for the people allowing them to do it. it's 1 or 2% difference in your battery. You're basically not going to notice it.
So in Norway, you say that grid operators and energy providers have some control, remote control on your home charger.
Yes.
Your wall box, which
you can choose, of course, but if you allow them to basically control your chargers, to decide basically when to charge or when not to charge, basically access to your asset via integrations, APIs, or whatever, and then they will actually pay you money because you do this.
Okay.
So when this all started, it was a really big thing because we had a high saturation of electric cars. So you could actually earn money by having your car plugged in.
Okay.
But so you went into plus, basically.
So this is, but does it also consider vehicle to grid technology, or this is something else?
It's a little bit, can be a little bit tied together, but vehicle to grid is, we have vehicle to grid ready chargers, which means that we have put everything into the charger that we know will be needed when the regulations are in place, because they are not yet.
Okay. So those, let's say this remote control from grid providers is not what we call vehicle to grid, but this is controlling your home charger so that they can either even stop it or, I don't know, decrease the energy. Okay, in order to balance total grid in country.
Yes.
Wow. We don't have it at all in Poland now, so this is...
It will come, and it will be super important. I mean, I think in Poland now you have, what, 120,000 electric, full electric, vehicles, something like that. But, I mean, it's a big country. When it's 5 million cars, this will affect the grid.
For sure.
And not putting in place systems to control this at an early stage, well, it means that you need to replace equipment that can't do it.
Do you think this software for controlling is it rather connected with also CPOs in as well?
Yeah.
So it considers both CPOs and private chargers at home.
Yes. Okay. Definitely.
So backends like LLCT.
Yep.
They need to have this kind of a feature, let's say.
Yep. I think it's when the CPOs do it, they often do it in collaboration with the utilities or energy companies, and there are also just energy vendors that do it. They get paid by the grid owner. You get paid by them by getting some money back. The amount of money you get per, call it, kilowatt available you give them to control either stop or start charging. Has declined a lot, of course. So it's not. It was at one point it was so lucrative. It actually
was better not to charge than charge.
Yeah, it made sense to actually buy old batteries and make battery storage all over your yard, basically. But that's how big it actually was.
So not that colorful at the moment, but still. No. You can earn some money by allowing your energy provider to control it.
Yeah. And the more cars that comes into the market, I believe in the not so far future, you will drive your car on free energy.
Wow.
Because it allows so much control over the energy, because it's big assets using a lot of energy. And then vehicle to grid comes in and all the standards and regulations are set in that matter, it's a totally new ballgame.
Wow, so this is something that will for sure come in Poland.
Oh, yeah.
Sooner or later, probably sooner than later.
Yeah.
We will for sure learn from Norway how to do it.
That's what I do with all the partners. I say, look, this is what happened, and this is what you need to educate the end customer, because doing it the correct way, it benefits everyone. And it's my kind of approach is that in this market, the end user needs to understand, and the provider of the service or whatever is the CPOs or utilities or whoever it is, they need to kind of set this up, make the software that can do this and do it for the end customer. And I think once I don't know which will happen first, but if we figure out, oh, well, if we do this, you can drive for free. I think the uptake of EVs will go exponentially fast.
Even higher than it now.
Yeah.
I mean, in Poland now, the sales of EV cars, I mean, in total, it's not a very big amount because, as you said, it's around 120,000. But we observe from many years already and months, and no matter how do you compare it, we observe increase.
Yeah.
Since few years, we didn't have any decrease month to month, year to year, quarter to quarter. No matter how you compare it.
Yeah.
So I believe that with those solutions, as you said, which are already available in Norway, and it will probably come to Poland, we will see the much higher increase of EV sales in Poland.
For sure.
Okay, and can you compare the structure of EV chargers in Norway? If you say how many there are AC chargers, public AC chargers, and the DC chargers, what is more common? AC, DC?
Well,
how do you see it?
At this point, well, it's in my mind, and the reason why we do AC, these are two completely different products, two completely different use cases. So in amount, there's a lot more AC chargers, a lot more. Because, as I said, I use DC chargers 5 times per year.
Only. Wow.
And it's when I'm driving greater distances. And the reason for this, okay, if you don't have available charging at home or at your workplace and stuff like this, of course, I did this in the beginning as well. I went from my house, I had to drive to a rapid charger, and then I did it twice a week or even 3 times a week because I didn't have the available charging at home. But once that happens, my car is always full in the morning. It doesn't. And the perception of how much charging you need and the speed you need is kind of skewed. Of course, if you're a traveling salesman driving 300 kilometers per day, of course you need faster charging. Because then you'll have a car with a bigger battery pack which needs to fill up because you're driving same next day. But the average person drives, I don't know, 30 or 40 kilometers per week?
Per week even, okay.
So for, I guess, 99.9%, if you have 11 kilowatts, you're more than covered. Okay.
So mainly AC charging at home or in the office?
Yep.
And then only DC. So you said only 5 times a year? When you go on a vacation or something?
Yeah, but there's the other thing. If I go on vacation and if I'm parking, if I vacation in Norway, for example, and we're going to a hotel or to a camping ground or whatever it is, they will have AC chargers there. And I'm sleeping there, so the car is there for 12 hours doing nothing. So I just plug it in.
So this is a good point for camping areas or smaller hotels in Poland that they should now invest in at least one charger.
For sure.
For sure.
It used to be 1 or 2 in the hotels in the beginning, I remember. And now most hotels have about 30% coverage for their parking. Yeah. Because everyone drives EVs now. Is it 98% now or something like this of the new cars sold in Norway are battery electric vehicles. So pure EVs, not even hybrids. Which is perhaps the most difficult country to make this working, with the temperature difference, the big mountains. So it should make no sense, but it works.
Yeah, because when you think about it, as we talked before our interview, in fact, Norway is a cold country and many mountains. So for an electric car, those are not perfect conditions.
No.
And still, as you say, 98% of newly sold cars are EVs.
Yep.
This is very interesting. So and still, you don't have any problems driving those cars in such conditions.
No, it's the range anxiety thing. It goes. It still happens because sometimes you can take the chances. But I did that when I drove petrol or diesel as well. It's lighting, but I think I can make it a little bit longer. So then it comes into play, but it's a change in how you fuel. That's the biggest difference. So instead of waiting, okay, I'm a little bit low on gas, I have to go to a gas station and fill up my car. You can do that with an EV too, because the gas stations, most gas stations in Norway have rapid chargers as well. But when you have a charger at home, you just come home, you plug it in, everything is controlled automatically, and when you wake up, the car is full.
It's full. And when we talk about home charging, can you tell those home chargers are mainly installed by private customers, or is it together with their employers who will then reimburse cost of such charging?
I don't know the market split on those two use cases, but it's both.
Both.
Yeah. So those companies who have fleets where their employees bring their car at home and have to reimburse the charging, like they had a petrol card before, but they still have to reimburse the energy, right? So then the systems basically, either you have an NFC card or an app where you authenticate, okay, this is the charging for my company vehicle, so that the reimbursement goes into their system. They know how many kilowatt, how much the kilowatt costs, and then they can reimburse.
Okay.
So they do that a lot.
So this is a common thing in Norway.
Yes.
In Poland, it's, let's say, coming, and for the moment, City is the only company technically ready to this, but not only technically, but also legally, which is not that easy in Poland.
No.
As many other regulations that we have.
I know about these ones.
Yes, so we are ready. So and we already have some, big customers starting to do it. Those are big, well-known companies in Poland. Yeah. So we can expect that this will increase. I mean, this process of reimbursing cost of home energy for the employer. Yeah. This will expand in Poland.
Definitely.
Good to know. Good to know.
And I think we can touch a little bit on regulations, because this is the biggest surprise for me working, at least in the Polish market, is the fees to install public or semi-public charging.
Yes.
Which to me is completely backwards to what we do. So public and semi-public charging is incentivized in Norway, which means the companies that do it can apply for grants and stuff to make charging available, because this is good for the end user, for the people of the country, let's call it. Enabling EV charging, EV car sales, which is a common goal for the environment, of course. So this is more having this fee. It's more a blocker than anything else.
On the one hand, it is blocker, but on the other hand, the process behind it is about the safety.
Yep.
Because what we are talking about is what we say UDT control.
Yep.
So it's let's say governmental organization, and each public charger, but also semi-public charger, needs to be checked and approved by a certain person from UDT, which on the one hand is a costly thing, because they expect investors to pay for such a visit and for such a control. Yeah, and it has to be done. It's a mandatory thing. But I agree with you that especially in case of semi-public chargers, this process may look a little bit different way, or should be a little bit cheaper, as you said, to stimulate sales of chargers in the offices, in closed parking areas for some only dedicated group of people who uses it.
Yeah,
I totally agree. But that's the reality that we are now.
Yeah, but it makes sense that they want to make sure, okay, if something is public, we need to ensure that it's safe, which is fine. We have the Zaptec Pro is already approved by the UDT. We're working with the the newest version now, and which is a good thing. Safety is definitely a good thing. Don't misunderstand me on that, but if you have to pay for it should be, okay, the charger is approved, it is safe enough. Then installing it the correct way, the way we say it needs to be installed, according to regulations, and of course compliance with the regulations,
should be enough.
And I think I think for now, where you're in the early stage, they need to have more control. This is perhaps why they need money, because they have to send their own people out to do inspections and stuff. But once this has been done for some time, and okay, this is kind of working now, the installers who install the products now know the products, and it's quite safe. They know what they're doing. They're not going to risk their business by taking any shortcuts or whatever, because that's a bigger hazard than. And the end customer or the CPO are the ones that paying for the infrastructure anyway.
Yeah, especially the cost is per charger, not per total installation. For example, when you install like 3-5 chargers in at once on one parking place, you have to pay to UDT for each charger, not for whole installation.
Yeah, and even if you change it out, if something breaks, you have to pay for the replacement as well.
Yes, that's
this. It was approved, so the wiring and the connection and infrastructure is approved, and just put it in the same way. It shouldn't require another test.
True.
My opinion.
This is a hard topic.
Yeah, it is.
We have to deal with explaining to all the customers, because we as a LOCT, we provide our software solutions not only to big CPOs, but also in parallel to small investors like hotels, small parking places, and so on, which would like to invest in a charger. 1, 2, 3 maybe. Yeah. And we help them also with those, let's say, legal processes. Yeah. Which they struggle with, because it's not only costly but also a difficult thing, from all the paperwork to do it. It's not an easy thing.
Yeah.
So you don't see such let's say process or regulations in Norway or in other countries in Europe?
There are regulations, but they are done before you can sell the product in the market even. So, which UDT also does, of course, with, okay, your product is allowed to be installed in a public scenario, but you still need to pay to get it approved again, sort of backwards a little bit. Yeah. So main part of the responsibility is on the installing entity. So they need to make sure that they comply and do the correct installation the correct way, the correct protections, and all that stuff.
Okay.
We can advise, but it's their choice. They had to write the kind of declaration that we have done it correctly. That's their part. And
then their responsibility later on.
Yes. And they will also do mandatory yearly checks and stuff like that. The installer party does that. Okay. So that might be, for example, for a parking structure or housing association which have a lot of chargers. This may be a part of the service level agreement they do directly with the installer, or they do it with the CPO, who then pays an installer to do the inspection.
Got it. So this is something that I think Polish government should take a look closer, maybe change the process a little bit, so to make it a little bit easier. Not to lose control in terms of quality and safetyness, but to make it a little bit easier for the investors, especially those smaller ones, because those big ones, big CPOs, they got it covered.
Yeah.
But those smaller ones, they struggle.
It becomes almost impossible for a small one or for a startup without, I don't know, someone with deep pockets backing them, because it's quite expensive to invest in infrastructure, and if you put fees on top of that, it's already this very small margin business. Yeah, and it's just fees like that adds years to the return on investment, and it de-incentivizes investment in the industry.
Maybe there's this good idea what you said, that we should connect with the grid providers and then earn some money on allowing them. Even
in Norway, where they still have to do this at scale. Even the big CPOs, which kind of like Circle K, which is gas station runner, which have tons of chargers on every gas station. On DC, they even do it there. Okay. So that's also a revenue stream for them, which is important.
Oh, of course.
And of course, when you stop at a gas station like you did before, you buy a bun or a hot dog or whatever, which is additional revenue, of course. But yeah.
Okay, Herman, thank you very much. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for all the income from the Norwegian market and all the other markets. This was also new things for me I didn't know about. So I hope this will come. What you have now in Europe, in Norway, will come to Poland.
I have no doubts. I have big hopes for Poland. My focus is in Poland now.
Mm-hmm.
I work closely with Marius and Elve and partners across the country to make sure they make the correct choices. Of course, I want the choices to be us, but I mean, there's room for everyone.
Yes, there is.
And I would rather stand side by side with the good ones than let cheap and maybe even dangerous products.
No, cheap is not a good. It has never been a good solution.
It's always good for the consumer when they don't know everything that is possible.
True,
Yeah.
but it's like a short vision,
Very,
not a long way run. So
Right.
Zaptec is very good for in terms of.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good having you here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.